Hi, Lisa. We once saw a Sunday afternoon on the island Le Grand Jatte by George Seurat at the Art Institute. Besides the fun hats and interesting pet choices, the reason why this is an interesting piece of art is because of the style that George Seurat uses, that being Pointillism. In Pointillism art, rather than mixing paints to achieve a specific color mixing is created by small dots appearing to blend together when viewed at a distance. The same concept is used for creating images in everything from printing magazines to television screens to that poster that every 20-year-old stoner has. But what got me thinking about this recently is that current neuroscience actually shows that this is the same way that the brain works to create images for vision, hearing, touch, and my favorite, smell. Like Pointillism, rather than sensing the true image of a thing, lots of individual cells sensitive to a specific stimulus are excited, and then a compilation of those cells is created to give the perceived overall image. This, combined with a couple other neat processing mechanisms, helps to increase the contrast of an image. Think a crowd cheering versus a crowd chanting, while also increasing the signal to noise ratio of that image. Think a private conversation in a loud party. This understanding of how the brain works has been built upon very clever experiments using very innovative methods. But without Pointillism art, would neuroscientists have ever conceived of the theories that led to those experiments? I don't know, and it's hard to tell. But as much as progress is made through scientific experiment, it's important to recognize that the questions being tested are conceptual ideas formed by humans who have been completely immersed within a culture their entire lives. Because of this, the knowledge creation that happens at any given time is completely dependent on the cultural norms of that time, which puts a lot of power into the cultural influencers, whether they're artists, marketers, politicians, or just the thought leaders in science. I think that Pointillism art is a cool and positive example of this, but there's definitely been times in history when cultural norms has caused science to ask questions that we would definitely recognize as backwards today. I don't mean in any way to discredit science, but as we continue to push forward, it's important to consider who the cultural influences are and where the power lies that shape our scientific inquiry. Lisa, I'll see you next week. Your OS, be.her.